Hey guys, Nathan, Natronic, whatever you prefer here today. And for Sketch and Chill, today we're going to be doing Ristar. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you did not know who this was, but I'm thinking about doing maybe a forgotten characters list, or at least more obscure characters for it. For this Sketch and Chills, because I think that there's a lot of like usually I've been focusing on the more well-known characters, for the most part, Sonic, Crash, Mario, all of them. But there are a lot of franchises that sadly aren't around anymore that should really get a second chance, and a lot of people don't know about them. But thanks to stuff like YouTube and the internet, people can kind of really see what they're about. So I think I'm gonna try and do a forgotten characters type of marathon, maybe. I'm not sure, but because I'm just testing the waters with this one. But I thought that from the first one, I should go with someone who's pretty easy to draw, and I've drawn multiple times. So this wasn't too hard. And this is of course Ristar. So Ristar is actually owned by Sega, or at least, it belongs to Sega, I'm pretty sure. And basically, his thing is that when Sonic was first being developed, one of the original ideas they had for him is that he was gonna be a rabbit, and that he could stretch his ears to grab things and stuff. But that was dropped later for the whole speed and physics and rolling stuff. So while Sonic went to go on to be its own thing, they made the whole grabbing, stretching limbs to grab objects thing, and they gave it to this new character called Ristar. And basically in the game, he could stretch his arms to basically grab enemies and knock into them, grab objects, and he could propel himself by spinning on poles and stuff, or he could grab a treasure chest or something like that that's far away. And I've not beat the game. I've played for the most part. I'm kind of stuck in the game right now, but actually you could probably find it. You could find it on Sonic Sega Genesis collection or something for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox and all that stuff. But really, the game's actually pretty fun, and I just like Ristar's character design. Honestly, for some reason, I think that it would be cool to have if they had did a crossover between him and Kirby. I think they look quite alike. But in terms of Ristar's design, I really think that it's very Sonic Sega-ish, and I like that, anthropomorphic, whatever it is. Obviously, he's a star, and also his the gloves and the shoes. He has a very good design in my opinion. Nice color palette too. The goldish yellow and the black. He kind of looks like an old, maybe Disney character, just an old cartoon character in general. And I like that about him. Yeah, I kind of drew him with the whole typical Sonic type smile. And yeah, this one really was not that hard too. Not even the coloring was hard, because I said, he's pretty simple, in terms of coloring and in terms of the actual, drawing itself. And I think I said this maybe in my last video, my last Sketch and Chill video or something, but I noticed I haven't been doing as much shading, so I'm gonna try and do that more. And I'm trying to get back into the swing of it, because shading does take a while, and try to make sure these things aren't really that long. But I did shade a little bit. Really the hardest part about Ristar, because he's pretty simple to draw, but the hardest part is probably the bottom, where the 2 points on the whole star thing connect right under the mouth, I guess. And honestly, that can be a bit hard to do, but like I said, it's really not a big problem. It's just something that bothers me sometimes, because when I'm drawing him, the legs, it looks kind of awkward. But overall, like I said, it's really not hard at all. The gloves, just standard. Just like standard cartoon gloves, or at least the way I drew them. Because, for a reference, I didn't actually use an official picture. Like I kind of did. Like I kind of had two references when doing this. Well, actually, kind of three. Like one of the references was Ristar on the original Japanese box art, and then the other one was the American box art, and then the last one was actually a fan drawing, and that's where I got the pose from. And so I tried to do the pose to make it look a bit more dynamic, but put my kind of spin on it, because Ristar's eyes actually look way different, like from the way I drew them. Like they look a lot more wide-eyed. I drew mine a lot more streamlined. But yeah, so I'll meet up with you guys. I'll be back when we get to the coloring phase. Okay, so we're here at the coloring phase. As you can see, I tried to do a little bit of darker shading, and now I'm about to go in like with more light shading. But like I said, I believe I said earlier, the coloring was really not that hard, because Ristar is basically, or at least the way I draw them, is just three colors really: black, yellow / gold, and like white. So the colors was easy, but if you want to make it a bit more detailed, you put like other shades of yellow, like the way I'm doing right now, bright yellow, like maybe a darker for like the shadows. But overall, it really was not that hard. Now, one of the things that I kind of like, I really do wish that they would bring Ristar back, because, like I said, the game, like his game, because he only had one game, it's actually pretty fun. And honestly, I think that lately Sega has been focusing mostly on Sonic, and that's like, I'm okay. Like, on one hand, I'm okay with that because obviously he's like my favorite character. But on the other hand, the thing is, it's like they seem a bit burned out because basically every year, like if you think about it, every year since, I don't know, like maybe 90, like since the 90s really, there has always been a Sonic game, like spin-off or not. There's literally always been one basically every year. And I think they just get to a point where they're kind of burned out of it. Like the latest one, Sonic Forces, it seems like they're just kind of running on fumes. And I think that if they brought back some of their older IPs, like I honestly think that they'd be a bit more refreshed, that they could work on something a bit new, and then this would also help like the Sonic series, so at least it won't feel like it's running on autopilot for the whole game. Because I have not played Forces, but I've seen footage of it, and honestly, a bunch of it just looks like you're running in a straight line the whole time. So I think that this would be a good opportunity for them to like break away, to revisit characters that they already have and characters that people want. Because if you look up Ristar, you can actually find a lot of fan art, like people, like you could definitely tell there are people who want him back, myself included. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go through with the whole, forgotten characters type marathon with Sketch&Chills, hopefully. And you're gonna see a lot of Sega characters on here because they really do have a lot of great characters that sadly they don't focus on. But yeah, so this is the drawing. I think this is actually probably one of the best ones that I've done. But okay, yeah. So I'll see you guys later. Hopefully I'll get the next video done soon. So have a good day. Take care.